Hey guys, what's up? It's Surge from the Metro Frame here, and today we get to play around with the Windows Phone 8.1 emulator. Now, as you know, today was Microsoft Build. It was April 2nd today, and so they released the developer tools, and as you see, I'm running the 8.1 emulator front and center. This is the real thing. And just to prove it, here are the OS version numbers and a C software Windows Phone 8.1. Now there's multiple things that are new in Windows Phone 8.1, and I won't get enough time to explore all of them, not to mention that some of them don't really work correctly in the emulator. For example, Cortana, she's a bit broken. Now I think that's just to do with Microsoft's backend that they've not enabled fully yet, so maybe in the coming days Cortana will become fully active, but now she's kind of broken, which is kind of sad, but hey, what do you expect? Oh, here's the new phone app. As you see, the dial pad looks kind of new. You have the save option and call option right here. And there's no swipe or anything in the call area, which makes sense. The call UI is kind of new too. You have a bigger space up here in the middle for contacts, pictures, and stuff like that. So it looks better now. You can also now quickly switch to video if you obviously had an app that supported that, like Skype. Messaging has now dropped online, or that little online pivot. Now it's just offline threads. And another weird thing I noticed about the messaging app is that the icon seems a bit more rounded, and I don't know if that's actually really the case, but looking on my Windows Phone 8 device, it definitely looks a lot more rounded than the current 8 one. Now that might be me just seeing things, I don't know, but it looks kind of rounded now. We now also have Internet Explorer 11, and it comes with a whole bunch of new things. Now, just for a quick demo, I'm just going to go to google.com. Yeah, alright, not now. Let's just keep it like that. And as you see, now we also have the reload button and stop button at the address bar. The menu's also been reorganized, so favorites, add to favorites are now first, and things like settings are now put to the last section. So everything's a bit more organized. Not to mention now, IE has a new feature in private browsing. So, you know, if you want to buy a gift for someone and you don't want them knowing, you got to use this, right? So here's your in private browsing. It works just as well, obviously. Yes. Alright, so a bit more features. In private browsing and stuff has been introduced in IE. The peoples have been redesigned. You see, people is much more smaller now. Now, I can't really demo this without signing into a proper Microsoft account. Now, that is allowed in the emulator, at least this version of the emulator, it is allowed. But the problem is there's a bunch of personal things that I don't want to be coming up on YouTube. So, sorry about that. I can't really demo the People's Hub. I could just really demo the blank template. Now, besides that, we also have the standard music app, except this is not music plus videos. This is actually Xbox Music. Now, I'm actually going to try to test in inserting an SD card, example SD card here, with music. So, okay, no. So, eject SD card. Let's do it. And, let me go put in some music in there. Alright, so I inserted the SD card, and I'm just going to restart Xbox Music. So we try to get our music. Is it getting it? No? Oh, okay, there it is. And we're all done. So I got the artist I inserted in, and I actually got the background, and it looks a lot like Xbox Music on phone already does. So that looks really nice. Actually works, I think, better in my opinion. It's way faster than Xbox Music was, or sorry, Music Plus Videos was at figuring out the backgrounds and stuff like that. So let me try playing this. and see how the player UI looks like. It doesn't look bad. It looks really well, and if we anyhow, so that's the music app. Other cool things is the calendar has now been also revamped. Let's go and load this up. Now keep in mind that some of these things on the emulator might be a bit weird or slower. It's because I have the debugger and Visual Studio back here running. So that's not necessarily a proper test of the speed of how retail devices will run it. And it seems Windows Phone has crashed. That's great. Now keep in mind this is a really quick review, so let's continue on with other things. Just really fast, we'll go ahead and look at the start screen background stuff. And I think later in the week we'll have a full in-depth review, at least with the emulator running, of how 8.1 is. But for now, it's just a quick overview of what it's like. So you can now obviously change your theme like you did before. You can change your colors. And now you can also choose a background photo. Now, the Windows Phone team's always been great at supplying backgrounds. Now, the interesting thing is, it doesn't look like they're the previous backgrounds that are there in Windows Phone 8. Alright, let's set this one in. And there it is, you can see it. And we can also check the Show More Tiles button, and we'll just do that. And wow, it looks really weird. It's because I don't have tiles pinned on that side, but that looks really weird. You can go and turn that off just to make sure it doesn't look too ugly. Oh, and there it is. That looks really cool. Let's try pinning more things. This actually looks not that bad. Like, I was kind of skeptical about how, Microsoft will approach this whole background thing, but it does not look bad at all. And also, speaking of backgrounds, the lock screen in Windows Phone has been completely revamped. As you see, the time's a lot bigger. You got your date and and stuff like that. It looks way better. And not to mention the fact that there are new APIs in Windows Phone 8 that will be opened up shortly. That apps can now take full customization of the background, meaning they can change the way the date looks, make it bigger, the time looks, and stuff like that. So it's really cool. Last but not least, I think we should quickly look at how the notification center works, which is what a lot of you have been wanting since the original version of Windows Phone. So let's look at that. Let me just start the background tasks in this sample app over here. And by the way, this is how it looks like, the notification center, which I'll show more of in a second. Let's just wait for a notification to come in. Oh yeah, and we can also slide down. Forgot about that. Alright, so our little guy came in here. And we'll just let it fade away. And as you see, we have a little cool little icon here. And that actually indicates that you have notifications available. Or, notifications in your drawer. So instead of what Android does, where they put all the app icons of the apps that are in your notification drawer giving notifications, they just put one little icon to keep stuff clean. So let's go and look at it. We pull down, and you see there's a little cool animation with the start screen where it kind of fades into the back. And we can either leave it to this point, right there, in where we can adjust quick toggles, or we can pull down the full way and get this. Now this is the notification center. Now we can also go and access it during the lock screen, as you see here. Oh, and a new one just came in, and it kind of just faded into here. And so let's say I wanted to get rid of this one. We just do that, and whoops, woo, there it's gone. Now this is really handy because, as you see, I don't really have that app pinned, and I'm still getting new notifications from it. So let's just clear that one. And so yeah, that's really cool. I actually really like that a lot. If we go to the notification plus actions page, you see this one's now been added to here, and we can disable vibrating, or we can also change the notification center to maybe, let's go change it to that. Oh, it's a new sound too. Huh. I think it's a new sound, if I'm not mistaken. That's pretty cool. Let's go dismiss that. And hey, say I was in the lock screen, just heard that notification come in, run to my phone, whip down the notification center. Hey, that app did something. Tap on it, and bam, we are in it. Yeah, so those are the quick new features of Windows Phone 8.1. We also have Cortana, which, you know, I can't really demo a lot of it because it's kind of broken. So there's that too. And you know what? I'll show that in the next video. So thanks for watching, guys. Sorry for this quick, weird review. You know, I was trying to get this out quickly, and I just basically installed the Windows Phone emulator. So yeah, thanks for watching, I guess.